This is quite a story. An Oklahoma man, a truck driver, vanishes from his home.
9 years later, investigators taking a new look at this case. They're sorting through rumors and old case files in hopes of finding the truth.
News Channel 4's Shelley Mills tells us the one thing he left behind and the one place that may hold answers.
It's really a whodunit.
A strange case, kidnapping, murder, maybe both? It was September 2006. Ralph Healy was hired to haul cattle.
What you see typically is truck drivers that go missing on the road. And you don't see so typically a truck driver that goes missing from his house.
The job had been booked days earlier, but when Ralph didn't show, the trucking company knew something was wrong.
He never failed to not show up for them.
Reported missing September 6th, investigators quickly learned Ralph apparently hadn't been seen since September 2nd. Investigators have traced the 70-year-old's movement that final day. They know the morning of September 2nd, 2006, Ralph went to breakfast at an El Reno restaurant. He then got a call about that job hauling cattle. By 9:30, he was at the bank in Union City and then the post office next door. From there, he went to El Reno to see a friend. Cell phone records show at noon he was at or near his home when he received what would be his final phone call. But who was on the other end of the line? That's something investigators are once again reviewing. By 1:30, Ralph Healy was gone. No trace of the 70-year-old truck driver.
I can't sleep at night. I hear his voice on a telephone. I hear him calling on the telephone, or I'll sit out by myself, you know, and see him.
Ralph's sister spoke with us after his disappearance, hopeful someone could help solve the case.
Somebody took him off the property for a few dollars in his pocket, and I believe they killed him.
Lawmen say one of the big signs something wasn't right was found inside Ralph's home, his dachshund.
He wouldn't go anywhere without the little dog.
But the dog was there, alone. Also at the home, the cattle truck he drove for work and 2 pickup trucks. Fearing maybe he had just collapsed or died from natural causes, investigators searched the field around his home. With no physical evidence, they turned to word on the street.
You can't necessarily go by rumors, but if you see these similar type rumors with slight deviations coming up repeatedly on the street, that gives you some circumstances that need further investigation.
Turns out Ralph was known to frequently visit an area casino. Rumors were he had won a large amount of money and someone came after him wanting that cash.
He met some people out there and some people that he got associated with that weren't the best people.
Meth users. While Ralph had no drug or criminal history, his friends weren't so clean. And investigators say there's no evidence Ralph had won a jackpot. In fact, they believe he had hardly any money to his name.
It's very, very challenging.
Rumor has it Ralph's body was buried along the banks of the North Canadian River, but it wouldn't stay there long. The suspects are said to have dug up the body and then taken it to a hog farm south of El Reno. But they didn't leave it there either. From there, it's said that they then dumped the body in a well called Miller's Well. Problem is, investigators have never been able to find that well.
No one seems to know a well by the name of Miller's.
They wonder if that well could hold the answer to what really happened to Ralph Healy. Lieutenant Grimes has just recently been assigned this case. He says until he finds the well, he will continue to sort through these old files, re-interviewing those who knew Ralph and those involved in the rumors.
And my goal is to chase down all those rumors and find out what's really involved.
What really happened to Ralph Healy?
Somebody out there knows something. There's some lead out there.
Shelley Mills, News Channel 4.
If you have any information which could help investigators in this case and his family, you're asked to contact the Canadian County Sheriff's Office.